Ladies and gentlemen and everyone between, it is gonna be the matchup of the day, at least for us personally, I think, here on the desk.
Oh,
Los
yeah.
Grandes versus Liberty.
Oh, yeah. No, this is going to be fun, Lithy. This is going to be fun for sure. We're going to have fun with this one. They're invading already, pushing into the bonsai jungle here. You see there on your screen, Zay and Netu now. They're going to eat a bunch of poke. That Karma can deal so much damage from range. You want to make sure you're staying away there. But look at some of the numbers they're pulling up on your screen there. Not a lot of play on these champions so far for anyone on Liberty. Just the 2 games. Chiari won a game on Jax. Looks like Cavallo dropped a game on Karma. And that's it. So this is a new comp here for Liberty. Meanwhile, on the flip side, you can see Los Grandes very many games. A lot of games on this. 3 wins from Zay on Nami so far. 2 for Netano. And then a game for Ranger on the Wukong already. So this is something they're very competent with. A comp they're very comfortable on here. And you like to see that. You like to see that comfort if you're a Los Grandes fan.
Absolutely. I mean, they've only lost 1 game, right? So the stats might be a little bit skewed. But overall, well, it's definitely gonna be interesting to see. And someone that I am personally super excited to watch in this whole thing is Lava, right? Coming over from the LCK. That's a name you've heard before, and I am so excited to see him perform here in CBLOL. My first game getting to cast him in this region. So, yeah, we're off to a good start. We got some interesting matchups, we got some interesting lanes, but most and first and foremost, we will be looking at this bot lane matchup.
Yeah, the bot lane matchup's going to be pretty explosive here. There are bot lanes that can take it to Lucian Nami pre-6, pre-level 3
like
even.
Caitlyn Lux, right?
Yeah, Caitlyn Lux. You could go in with the Zeri Yumi, wins first 3 levels against Lucian Nami, and then drops off hard. But this bot lane here has a lot of range, right? You could push out with the poke for sure. As we approach level or 4 minutes into this game, you're going to see Lucian Nami get a little bit more excited, right? Go for the all-in as they reach level 3. And try to win these fights. Certainly, once they've established that the Sejuani is not pathing to the bottom side of the map, that is going to open up a lot of vectors for them to try and succeed here. But as of right now, they're allowing themselves to be pushed in, and they should get explosive relatively soon. Both junglers pathing to the top side of the map, taking the reset, hopefully showing up bot around 4 minutes.
Definitely something we need to keep an eye on, right? Also something with Lucian Nami that we probably should talk about, because this duo has changed a little bit over the course of times, right? Because in the past, never mind, Ranger and Chiari looking for a little bit of a skirmish here. Access is in the area in the worst case scenario, but at least Chiari gets forced out. They do have full vision on Ranger. Well, now finally Access gets into vision range here for Los Grandes, so a little bit of information traded, nothing else. To get back to Lucian Nami, the power spike of this duo really has shifted a little bit, right? From this old meme of the level 2 power spike Lucian, right, to a little bit more of the level 4, 5, 6 area where this duo really starts to pop off.
Certainly, and I can tell you that this motion we're seeing here, playing for this 3v3 round bot side, is a little strange. Netano has opted to take the reset in tandem with Liberty's bot lane. Here we go. This could be the play.
Yep, they already CC'd up a little bit. Access looking for some access into this fight, but for the moment they don't want to commit too hard. Ranger is fairly dangerous on this early game Wukong, and if we're looking at both Lava and Piloto, there wasn't really any mana to work with, so no assistance from the mid laners. Meantime, Chiari in the top lane.
Oh, that's good stuff.
That's not looking good, man. That's a first blood solo.
Nice.
Bolo, hear it with the place.
That's a really nice play from here. That's going to... Oh, here we go down bot side again.
The cleanse comes in from Netuno. Juliera, very low, needs to waddle away as Cavallo is trying to take out Zay on his own. But the return damage definitely is there. Is Ranger and Axis both in the area to fight a little bit further, but It's an equal trade, basically, on this bot side. A little bit more summoners lost on this side of Liberty.
Sure is here. 3v3. I think we give this one to Los Granges. They don't necessarily want to fight as they back off here. And yeah, they will leave that 3v3 on the table. Ranger a little bit more alt focused for a skirmishing jungler. So they're playing this a little bit slower than maybe they need to. Trying to get to level 6 on the Wukong, and then they're going to make more plays. I do like what you said about Lava. He's an exciting player. I think it's nice to have an LCK import in the mid lane. I think that's interesting. Normally we just see top laners. We've seen a couple supports there as well. We don't have any other mid laners, I don't think. So it's an interesting role to have that player in.
Lava, with the recent stint on Frederic Briand, right? He was always regarded as one of the more consistent mid laners in the LCK, but not without his issues, right? Very much stuck in this, a little bit stuck in this control mage meta. Very much a player who farms up and then carries games in the late game through his lane advantage, because he is a very, very good laner. Just in the LCK, not able to keep up with the playmaking that a lot of the mid laners there are bringing in. People like Showmaker and Faker, right? The big names. But overall, Lava never someone that lost in lane against these guys, more or less. So it's not just any LCK import that's coming in here. This is a big name, and I'm very, very excited.
That's a pretty exciting stat there. Never lost lane to Faker. Not many players in the world.
Not quite what I was trying to say, but
yeah, but being consistent in a region like that must feel super bad, or at least never being able to be in the spotlight doesn't feel too good. But it is Liberty pushing on to this first objective. I would imagine Los Grandes have the map control right now to be able to at least contest this. And we'll see if they'll go for the 3v3 here. This is mostly on Lava. You see Piloto is out of mana, so Lava really just has to rotate down to make this a 4v3. And that will force Liberty off of the objective.
I mean, you were able to see, right? Liberty was trying to leverage the level 6 advantage Juliera has on this Xayah at the moment, but not really something they were able to pull off here, especially thanks to Lava's pressure in the mid lane. Chiari continuously trying to make something work on this top lane, and here just no. It's a Gragas. You gotta take it a little bit slower than that. The trades still are good, but let's look at the items coming in with this first back for people, right? Noon Quiver on both ADCs. The big thing, though, is a Pike Axe on top of that for Netuno.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Netuno going for... Juliera as well. Yeah, Juliera, they're kind of neck and neck, right? And it's been an interesting build path for Netuno, not going for the Serrated Dirk, not going the traditional, or perhaps more modern Lucian build, I would say. But he's still very powerful here. We'll see how much damage he ends up doing as he looks to complete this Gale Force. I think a lot of Lucians are going Serrated Dirk before starting to build Gale Force, just so they have that initial power at that 6-minute point. If you go for that 3v3 round dragon with Serrated Dirk, I think you win that fairly easily here. Ooh, Lava not quite able to shuffle Piloto. That was a close one, though. Here's Zach says.
Good attempt. Forced the flash of Piloto, so once that Azir ult is back up, that's definitely a kill angle in the mid lane. Lava gets locked down. Cavallo is there as well. The root, the Glacial Prison. Everything thrown in their kitchen sink him and claim another kill. The second of the game. Beautifully done here by Liberty.
That's a good pick. That's post 6 too, right? That's where the Sejuani starts to get and starts to hit her stride. Right there. Zay caught out on Vision. Ranger and hear it or not. Kiara's going to walk in.
No. That's a dad Jax if I've ever seen one. If there wasn't the Sejuani still, the Cyclone comes in. Good damage on both players here, but Cavallo and Piloto are on the case. Lockdown comes in on Ranger, and finally Juliera joins in. But that is a lot of resources invested toward this top side of the map. They will get the Herald for this, but at the same swing, Netuno can take out some platings and more CS for himself. So not necessarily the most ideal scenario here for
Oh,
Liberty, but they get the Herald.
yeah, not the perfect play by any stretch of the imagination, but they get almost everything they want here. Lots of picks off of this play. They get lava, really well executed. I think Access realizes he's not doing anything level 6 versus level 6 in this Wukong. Says, hey, let's go pick somebody, right? This is a pick comp we've drafted here with the Sejuani, and they went ahead and did just that. And they go to the mid lane, they pick lava, get him down, roll that into a Rift Herald. And this is perfect for this style of team, right? You made the comment, hey, Nechino's down the bot side. He's free scaling, getting a bunch of gold. I'll tell you right now, Nechino's not going to outscale Juliera, right? If the goal is to leave Nechino in the side lane, just let him scale up and take minions, you're just going to lose, right? You got to get this Lucian onto the map. Oh, they're on here it now.
That's a dead Gragas, man, if I've ever seen one. Easy pickings. And you mentioned it, right? The Sejuani starting to hit her stride. Axis doing a phenomenal job just finding the right timings on the ganks.
Yep, finds the right timing there. Here with a rare misplay, we'll call it. Ranger down bot side is going to solo up the Dragon with that pressure from the Lucian Nami, who are now blessedly strong with that Gale Force. Maybe this is the spike they need to get back into the game. And I say get back into the game. They are up in gold. So maybe extend their lead would be more appropriate. But it does feel like being even at this stage of the game for Los Granges is equivalent to being behind, right? They should be further ahead than this.
A little bit. First Herald, though, is going to net not just platings, it's also a massive turret first blood onto Chiari. And we talked about it in draft, right? You want to get this Jax rolling. He is so important for winning this match.
Certainly. I mean, it's all about getting onto the enemy backline, Ryan. You can't do that with Xayah. You can't do that with Victor. Somebody's got to go back there and kill the Lucian, and it has to be Chiari. So they do need this Jax up and need him to be strong.
Yep. But still, here it has a word to say about that. With the Rod of Ages now completed as well, the Mythics are starting to come in on both sides. And overall, well, I refuse to talk about anyone else but Netuno, because that is the man in the focus for me right now.
Oh, yeah.
Gale Force completed.
Yeah, with the Gale Force completed, he's got big kill pressure, got big pick potential with the Nami there. And yeah, you got to get on top of him, got to find a way to spread out and establish a lead here if you are this Lucian. Top lane matchup fairly interesting. I didn't know Jax could lose to Gragas like this. I'll have to try this in solo queue.
Yeah, I don't know about the solo queue, man. I'm staying far away from that one. But hey, whatever floats your goat, honestly, you know?
Oh, yeah. No, floats my goat. That's for sure.
That's great. All right.
Sure.
Back to items, back to gold, and back to potential bot lane skirmishes, because Axis looking for more gangs. And jungle has been one of the big topics for the last two games, right? In the first game, it was the Maokai completely out-jungling the Vi. In the second game, the Elise just curb stomping the Maokai. Now the Sejuani doing a phenomenal job, quite honestly, here versus Ranger.
Yeah, phenomenal job, I would say. One of the better Sejuani performances we've seen. I'll tell you, the weakest part of the game for Sejuani is already over, right? They got the Radiant Virtue. They're post 6. It's just really smooth scaling at this point. The only downside to the Sejuani pick, and why I feel it's one of the weaker picks, is that Lucian and Nami are so dominant here in the early game. Well, it's over. The game's already over, Lithy. As far as I'm concerned, Liberty just have to hold out another 10 minutes and they just kind of auto win the game. It won't necessarily be the easiest 10 minutes, but it is certainly a lot easier now that we're past this level 9 14-minute mark.
Wow.
Look
at that. 100% win rate when they have a gold lead at 15 for Liberty.
Yeah, they do have it's a technical gold lead, and we've only played, I think, 5 games. So eh, take it with a grain of salt. But yes, yeah, if they're good
No,
at
no salt here, X-Man. This
no
is
salt,
hard facts we're looking at.
it's over. The game's over for sure. We got a 400 gold lead. Uh, here, it may be caught out here. Access is no follow up. His top lane laners are both very scaling, um, you
Yeah.
know, driven here, so they can't really rotate for him.
Also, Lava with the Ludens coming in instead of the Liandris. So a little bit more, I want to say, burstier on the Azir. But overall, this is the good old lull stays, right? We don't have any objectives on the map that people want to contest. We got another minute or so on Dragon, another minute or so on Herald until they are back up and rolling. So for the moment, it's really just the teams farming up, trying to get some visions down. You can see the wards are relatively deep around the Dragon Pit from Los Grandes, but it's not enough to secure this area.
No, I don't think it's quite enough either. I agree with that assessment. Kind of a light dusting of wards. Oh, Kiari's super dead.
Yep.
Oh, gets a stun down. That's a 4-man gank. Is that all 5? No, Rangers just got a clone. Yeah, that's 4-man right there. That
Yep.
is tough. Big Rift Herald play here from Los Grandes. Really nice rotation coming out from them. That's no teleports burned either, Lithy. They do just walk there,
It's
and they will
nasty
take this.
timing.
Yeah, really nasty timing. They're going to take this down for free. They take Chiari down for free as well. Big play from Los Grandes.
Yep, and Liberty is trying to answer that. I mean, it's just mean, right? Stuff like that happens exactly when I have to yawn the one time today.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. I'll be like mid sip of like coffee or something, and then and my co-caster will ask me some deep analytical question. I'm like, okay, just give me a second here.
Yeah, yeah,
Dragon.
excellent. How you feeling? How you feeling about the Inferno Soul coming in now as well? But first and foremost, we're gonna talk a little bit about the state of the game. How you feeling about Rod of Ages?
Rod of Ages. Yeah, let me talk about Rod of Ages here. We're 7 minutes in. So if you got a rod, you got 7 stacks onto those Rod of Ages. And yeah, we traded Rift Herald for Dragon across the map here. Dragons are split down the middle of the map. Liberty have secured, or no, Los Granges. We also split the Rift Heralds then, didn't we? Yeah. So
Yes.
Rift Heralds are split across the map as well. But no plating for this Rift Herald, maybe just a little bit of map control. I've been told Rift Heralds are pretty good bot this time of year. This one's going to go down mid.
Yep, crack that tier 1 mid lane, finally get that out of the way. It's so important against the Victor, right? Because Piloto, especially at this point in the game, will have immense amount of wave clears. You just open up the map, you get access to the mid lane jungle, or both jungle sides from the mid lane rather. Just super, super important to get this turret down, even if bot lane would have been a good pick as well. I'm totally agreeing with you there. So let's do a little wide sweep on the state of the game here, my friend, because we do have a second item coming in for Netuno, while, well, on the other side, there's still stuff very much in the works. So we're approaching, slowly but surely, a little bit of a breaking point for Los Grandes, right?
Yeah, huge break point here. I would say we're exiting fully the early game, right?
Yeah.
Any of that potential is not really there anymore. What I will say is that they have a lot of pick tools on this comp. So if we do start seeing them start to get behind as the game progresses, and right now they're up 2,000 gold, right? So we've kind of always been double talking about how exactly how far behind Los Grandes are, but they have so many pick tools that if they do start getting outscaled, they can get back into the game fairly deep into this mid game. So it's not over for Los Grandes by any stretch of the imagination, but the early game is certainly over.
Indeed. And I mean, Los Grandes is for a reason the second best team in CBLOL currently. So They are a force to be reckoned with, especially with the Infernal Rift, the Infernal Drakes. That's going to be a super interesting objective to fight around. And
Ooh.
also in the top lane, Chiari, slowly but surely working his way up to a solid state on this Jax. But on the other side, I mean, Hirid with both the Rod of Ages and the Seraphs hot underway in terms of gear. While Lava is taking down that tier 1 bot lane turret. Split push Azir has entered the game as Axis. Ooh, he's looking for a little bit of a fight. Nituno saving that dash for another second. Now they're re-engaging onto the Sejuani. Axis still has that Glacier Prison. No, he actually used it already. Chiari finally coming in with a teleport, but the damage is good enough. And the burst on Hirid, not quite there to take the Gragas out. A lot of exchanges coming in here in this mid lane fight, but no one dies. And ultimately, it is going to be an exchange and nothing more.
A couple of things coming to fruition here as we talk about this fight. I think big takeaways. Nezuno got to free hit on several targets throughout that fight, and it just essentially had no effect, right? You got Navori quick blains. You got Gale Force coming through here. This is a lot of utility for the Lucian. You can get the resets on your basic abilities. You have a lot of mobility with this Lucian. Unfortunately, he's just not that far ahead. He's neck and neck with Xayah. We're 20 minutes into the game, so a lot of that base damage, the numbers he brings to the table with the individual champion just don't really matter right now. What I'm trying to say is Lithy, Nezuno does not do any damage. He doesn't do any damage in these team fights. Even if he gets to free hit enemy team members, that's what you said it best. Nobody died, right? So many things expended and nobody died. Oh, big
saying?
pick there. There we
What were you
go.
saying?
Nails him with the ult. Finally gets him down. Nezuno with the kill. And yeah, now he's doing a lot better now. That's a good pick. That's a good pick right there.
All right, I'll make a mental note. Nituno not doing too hot. Never mind on that one. Great pick. That is exactly what you want to see from your Lucian.
Oh, yeah.
And the follow-up is there as well. Good Ranger going deep with the tidal wave as follow-up, and Hirid is there for support as well. Lava still has the shuffle available. And they just shove them away from the tier 2. That one's going to fall. In the meantime, the top lane turret is going to get traded by Chiari. But overall, it is a very, very happy Los Grandes here in the bot lane as they are picking up a tier 2 and a kill to boot.
I like that play. Nezuno must have heard me. Man, he must have heard me and turned things around instantly with the ultimate. Big play there, getting Julier down. So I think Julier died with ult up, I want to say. So not 100% sure what happened there. I felt like they maybe had options, but Dragon goes down, and they will take the reset with the significant gold lead going into the back half of the game. Really nicely done from Los Grandes. This is how you use your tools, right? In the mid game, you use those pick tools and start building up a gold lead so you can roll it into objectives. Exactly what they've done. They've done very well.
Yeah, and you can see how confident Lava and Nituno are on their champions, right? Just putting in the pressure, putting in the time on the side waves to synchronize everything to a point that you can make plays in the mid lane, immediately rotate over and make things work in the bot lane afterwards. And this structure and this shot calling kind of angle is something that I think Los Grandes is benefiting heavily from having someone as experienced as Lava on the team.
100%. That veterancy comes into play, right? Having that voice in the room that's has so much knowledge, has so much experience is certainly helpful. I would put Ranger in that category as well, too. Just a really experienced player. Max says it's going to be fine as he walks out. They're looking for a fight here, Lithy. I'm about to throw it over to you as hard as I can here. Any second. Chiari way back in the jungle.
The thing is, Los Grandes are 3k gold ahead, right?
Oh.
Glacier Prison goes wide, and this is gonna be the death sentence for Access. Yeah, I'll be honest with you, even if that thing had connected, I don't think Liberty would have been able to follow up this properly. There was not enough tempo on this play as Piloto was stuck at the Wolves and everyone just miles away. So this Baron is a quick and easy call for Los Grandes. And I think by now this game is taking a turn for the worse here for Liberty. Baron down. The fight not going to go anywhere. Maybe Ranger can connect. Is looking for the Cyclone. Hear it on the side. No, it's all good. We get a Baron power play. We get a recall. Maybe a pick on Chiari who overextended his stay. The TP out. Lava,
be the pick.
shuffle. Oh, he gets
Oh!
it. Push him out. Netsuno actually. Okay, never
Yeah,
mind.
Kiara, he's
Jax
still
gaming, by the
Jax,
way.
right?
Yeah.
he's still Jax, still very strong. I tell you what, this is almost a perfect play from Losgrandis. You pick the enemy jungler, all your waves are pushing into the opponent's side of the map. Oh, lava! We have teleported for Juliera.
Yep. That's getting a little bit hot over here for the ADC of Liberty. And he is down for the count. More skirmishes in the top lane. Ranger's clone is rooted up, and they get to excuse themselves out of this sticky situation. And now the recalls and the shopping spree is going to come in. 3 items on Netuno. Black Cleaver picked up now by Ranger. A Void Staff for Hirit. Oh, this is not looking good for Liberty X-Men. This is really, really great games for Los Grandes.
Yeah, Losgranda is having a great time right now. They're pushing this mid wave into that inner turret. Lava could likely take this by himself. See if he pushes up too far. Maybe he gets picked. It's just access here. No ultimate on the Sejuani, so nothing really he can do about it. They're going to rotate up top, push that wave out as Kiari has to respond down bot side, making this a 5v4 potentially. There is no teleport for Kiari, so if they want to fight around this top lane turret, they certainly can. Desperately, Liberty are trying to push out the mid wave to try to get a little bit of ground back here, but they are losing that space very quickly. Lithy, it does not look good.
Quickly indeed, Hirit clearing out the blast cone as well, and with that the siege is underway. We got another minute on this Baron buff, so there is at least an inhibitor turret on the board here, Lava, with a good Emperor's Divide to push them back, but still the follow-up is great by Liberty. They pounce and they get a kill. They trade the bot lane inhib turret for it, but I think with the state of the game, they are happy with whatever they can get. Are we going in for a push? Oh, the turnaround is great. No follow-up, and now everything is falling apart for Liberty. Maybe with the turnaround, they can make something work. Here, Juliera with embarrassingly much damage. Jesus, that's a very, very spicy Xayah. Good turnaround here, and here it might actually lose his life trying to go back in. Netuno goes for the push, takes him out, trying to kite away. Cavallo is trying to follow it up, but the dash is going in. Netuno with the big play. Triple kill for the young ADC star.
Oh, how did that happen? He got the triple down, and they're back on the map for Dragon just in time for this. This is so good for Los Ganges. It's just like it says on the map with Kiari. As they get back on the roof, they have to push out all of these waves and fix the map for themselves. They can't look for the Dragon. What a play. I tell you, most AD carriers in this league do not go for that play. They just walk out. Netuno makes it happen. I can only think of one other player that could have done that, maybe Titan. Other than that, just Netuno, right? One of the best players in this league. The replay for you tells the story of it all. Here we go. He has no health. Look at the entire team. No one has any health. Here it goes down here. They pick off Kiari. Oh, it's just incredible.
The dodging and weaving, and Zay with on-point support. Of course, in the end, he dies to the Ignite, but still, that is the plays you need in this situation, and this man always performs. On top of that, afterwards, we're getting a third Dragon Soul Point now for Los Grandes, and quite honestly, X-Men, finishing this game, 7k gold lead, it seems like nothing more than a formality.
100%, yeah, it's starting to look... Oh, big fight.
Oh, big fight. Netuno takes one out. Kiari still in the middle of that, so it's a Jax and Netuno down. So this could be Liberty cleaning house, at least for the moment. But Lava still involved. Piloto probably going to go down still. Juliera is in the middle of the fray, and Ranger has nothing to say about this one. Will be taken out. A double kill for the ADC, and Hirit has to run for the hill. So much about the formality. Liberty coming back with a vengeance.
Yeah, back with the vengeance. They're down 6k gold, right? But a lot of the numbers are starting to come through for them. Those base numbers were on level 16 here for Juliera. It's a big spike. You get that third ultimate point. Very strong Xayah right now. And they're going to take this inner turret. Yeah, 3 items. Nice big item spike there for the Xayah. You have to respect this if you're Los Grandes. They're probably going to end up giving away an objective or 2 here in the next 5 minutes just to appease that Xayah. You want to take as much off the map right now as you can. If you're Los Grandes, try to maintain that lead. Try to stay ahead here.
Absolutely.
Here's a replay for you. I want to see how this happened. It just looks like they get onto Netuno, and that's kind of the end of the story, right?
Yep. Yeah, it's the case, right? It's a Jax doing Jax things on the ADC, and when Netuno doesn't get the peel he needs, which is why I brought the Gragas up in draft, right? We hear it with a fantastic pick to support his ADC, but once he is not around to peel for Netuno, everything goes south because just the Nami you can definitely see is
Oh,
not
we
enough
are
to do
flipping
the
the
job.
game.
Oh yeah, this is wild. This is a wild call.
Oh,
He gets
I
in!
got it!
Axel steals the Baron! Absolutely insane. But now Los Grandes are on the chase. They are trying to get in and shut down as much of this Baron buff as they can. Juliera on the list, on the docket with the culling. The Xayah is taken out. And with 3 members alive, yes, it is a Baron stolen away by Liberty, but what will you pay for this boon? It is probably gonna be a little bit too costly.
I would say so, right? I mean, this is a gold injection for Los Grandes. I think the steal from Access means that they can't necessarily end the game. I think they will be able to defend the Nexus here, but you're going to get an inhib. You might even get 2 inhibs. So it is still dire straits here for Liberty, but that's still a fairly good steal, right? I mean, you stop the end of the game. You stop.
That's an insane steal. That's not even very good. That's insane. Well done.
Yeah, really nice steal there, and yeah, no, they will have more game to play, and they stop or at least prevent the inevitable here for a little bit longer. A little bit more time to scale up for the Xayah is certainly worth it on 4 items now for Juliera. It doesn't get much stronger than that for the Xayah, just a little bit, and hopefully they can make
Look at
use
the
of that
flip
Xayah.
in this gold graph, man.
Yeah.
Team fight into the Baron steal, that is a massive turnaround.
Yeah, huge turnaround for him. Cut that gold lead almost in half, right? It's essentially even, I would go ahead and say, at 32 minutes. Just a 2K gold lead, that's nothing, right? Not much whatsoever. And,
yeah, especially considering the champions that are in the game, right? So Los Grandes, I think scaling-wise, they're starting to slowly fall off compared to Liberty now. We do have the Xayah and Juliera starting to scale into late. Piloto heavily underway, almost finishing that Void Staff now as well as his 3rd item. Access, well, is still a Sejuani, right? Once he gets some more gold, he's going to be a tanky frontline. And I mean, do I have to mention Chiari with 4 items on the Jax? I don't think I do, because that man is a machine.
No, he's huge right now, and you got to stay away from the Jax at all costs here. Chiari needs to get on Netuno in this fight. Here it is.
Oh no, the engage is fantastic though, and this is a nightmare for Liberty as Los Grandes are going in hard. Oh, Netuno grabs the mid laner. Piloto gets shut down, but still everything not going too bad. And here comes Chiari with the return. The shuffle from Lava, not quite enough. It's gonna deter Chiari for just another second, but the Jax is coming in for the shutdowns. A wild back and forth, beautiful engage by Los Grandes, but they cannot finish the job.
Hopefully you get a replay here in just a little second. This Dragon will fall to Liberty on the back of their efforts. Teleport in from here it. Yeah, he's going to try and stop this play.
That's an AP Gragas with a burst combo prepped up. Big Barrel, hear it, immediately grabs the kill. The return is there and save for the assist. Double kill for Hear It. And an Infernal Soul on top of that. Big plays coming in from Los Grandes.
Oh, I can't believe he got that play. Taking the teleport back in, and they were able to. That's the Dragon Soul. That's Dragon Soul right there. They got it. That last fight, Chiari is forced out early by the call from Netuno, and he was able to teleport back into the fight and clean it up for the double kill. Was not able to kill Hear It, who took the reset, teleported back onto the dragon play, and got the double kill to steal that dragon back away. Los Grandes looking better than ever, right? On the back of their team fight victory, and looking to push to end now. That Baron, 2 minutes out, Elder 5 minutes out, nothing really to play for in the Rift right now. You're not getting any stronger as
You
far
don't
as
really
the
need
Lucian.
anything to play for right now, right? You
Yeah,
just
right.
picked up an Inferno Soul. You are a full build Nettuno on his Lucian. And yeah, I mean, okay, you can get the Rabadons completed onto Lava. You can get another item onto Herod, something along the lines, but you don't need that to finish this game. We already saw from the last team fight. All Los Grandes needs is a good engage. And they can make that work so well. And there's the Rabadons for Lava as well.
Yeah, there it is. He gets it done. Just one item slot left for him there. Something I've really liked from Lava so far this game is the focus on vision control. He's had that scanner in his inventory since he was level 5. That's incredible, right? I don't think he's ever been without a control ward, and you don't see too many mid laners that do things like that, right? Try to support the team in that way.
That's the LCK standard drilled into him.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, he's got 30 vision score lead on Peloto. And that's the kind of stat that you certainly want to bring up when you talk about things like objective control. The picks that you're getting that are putting you so far ahead. All of that is built on the back of vision.
Speaking of vision, just the observers toggling there for a second, the Fog of War. It is a dark map here on the top side of the map.
Dark and scary, right? Liberty, they're trying to get in here.
Yeah, Batsuo is Nettuno. Axis, the first target. Massive gain here with the Glacier Prison used for disengage.
Yeah, and used to cancel the call there too, right? It's going to be important pushing in. They're going to force their way onto the backside of the Baron through the river.
Do it again, man. He had done it once. Can he do it twice? The knockup is in. The Cyclone into the back line. Baron low and gets picked up by Los Grandes. And Nettuno goes into the offensive. Juliara has to use that feather fall to get out of this one. And it's a kill picked up for Los Grandes. It is a Baron picked up. It is Chiari overextended. Just that little step. And Lava already on the top lane push. Los Grandes really just chasing this one down, trying to hammer the advantage home because they know if they stop the ports, this game is done. And they are playing it to perfection at the moment.
Teleport from Chiari. He's going to be back into the base for his team. They will back off for the time being. That wave is way back. In the mid lane there. So no opportunity to force forward. It's a great lesson about fixing your waves before going for an objective. But in Los Grandes' defense, they had really good setup topside, and maybe didn't have the time to send anyone out to fix that bot side wave.
Also the play from Liberty, right? As reaction to that Baron, they immediately rushed mid and shoved the wave out.
Yeah, and it's a good look there.
Definitely.
Excuse me. We got Elder coming up in 2 minutes now. That'll be the next objective we play for.
Once again, actually going there?
No, I don't think so. If you're Los Grandes, definitely not. But it's what you're hoping for if you're Liberty to force the game that late.
I mean, definitely. You have a stopwatch on your Zarya, still an item behind Nettuno, who still has the Guardian Angel active. So it's so hard to get the drop on this Lucian, at least at the moment. If you manage to get that one before the Elder and then actually delay the game towards this Elder fight, this might actually be a game that is winnable for Liberty, but it all depends on Chiari, right? And currently the siege is running once again. You gotta be so careful with this Baron buffed up, Los Grandes. And here is the connection onto Lava with the Glacier Prison, but the follow-up not quite good enough. Chaos Storm invested, nothing more than a little bit of damage and wave clear coming through from Liberty.
They're trying to force their way through onto the inhibitor. Watch for Chiari. He's gonna want to get onto Neto.
This culling, Nettuno does so much damage. He's going in, trying to go for the kill in the backline. Juliara is trying to get out, just shuts him down. Double kill for Nettuno, and this man is far from done. Lava picks up another, and it is a clean sweep through the base of Liberty. Give me liberty or give me death. Death it is for Los Grandes as they clean up the base and secure that top end of the standings 5-1. What a banger performance from these two teams.